What up, y'all? This is another episode of Get to Know Ro, and tonight we're gonna deal with issues that are near and dear to my heart. I almost feel uncomfortable talking to you all about it, but you know what? I gotta be me, right? All right. So first of all, I was scrolling through YouTube and I saw that there's this big issue about the Jamil Hill thing, and I caught Dan Patrick, his show, his blog, or whatever he's calling it, and how he almost charged ESPN to persecute Jamil Hill for something that she did on her personal Twitter account, right? So I know that my 2 cents doesn't matter to a lot of people, but I feel like if you really listen to what I have to say, then you'll understand where I'm coming from, right? And a lot of people say that this guy Dan Patrick is a reasonable person, and people listen to sports to hear about sports. They don't want to hear about politics and sports. It's their escape. I mean, life is real no matter where you go. So what you use to cope and avoiding that's not going to be an excuse for me to say that well, you're right, we just won't deal with this now because this is the place that people go to escape reality, right? And if you feel like um you have like a crappy life and sports is your escape, then you need to do something about it anyway. So if you feel like you're not making an impact, you feel like you're not the person that you want to be, you need to be doing something about it anyway, right? So enough with the pop. Let's talk about it, right? So Jamil Hill's comments were about Donald Trump, and how he didn't condemn. He was very careful about his words and what he chose to say about um, the events in Charlottesville. I know I'm speaking about that a little bit late, but how it's applicable to today is because it's not going away. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. And here are things that we can address, right? So, what I can equate his reaction to Charlottesville to is like you trying to explain to a teacher how you and Buddy was both wrong about you, and you came to Buddy with the beef. All right, I stepped up to Buddy and I pushed him, and he reacted and he pushed me back, and I went and I stabbed his partner. So we wouldn't excuse that, right? So what I like to call America has this thing where they like have this selective excuse, right? So we gonna give an excuse for this man, but we're not gonna allow you to fall back on any of your crutches, right? So if we gonna charge each other to be better, then we all must be better, right? All right. So and then the problem I had with what he was saying was he was trying to equate what Jamil Hill said to what Kurt Schilling said. All right, so we taking something where a guy insinuated murder, and we are taking someone's feeling about a person's indifference about racial bias. So you get that, this man's, you know, insinuated that somebody should die. Hillary Clinton, to be exact. I'm not the biggest Hillary Clinton fan. I'm not going to sit here and proclaim that, but even I recognize the difference in between what was said. And we always try to mix this up into this soup. Like, if you say anything, there aren't varying degrees to incorrectness in your professional incorrectness. And I don't think what she said was so incorrect. I think it was just the fact that he said that these guys went to protest, bringing down the statue, and all of their chants was basically what equated to white is right, you're not going to replace the white man, and all this stuff. And I don't think that that was anything. I don't think that there was anything productive to come of their protest. And then when the guy went and he ran through the crowd of anti-protesters, he's claiming, we have our leader of the free world. His response to all of this was, where there were bad people and there were good people on both sides of the situation. What kind of horse manure is that, right? That's how we feel. We just but they was both wrong, really, if you look at it, they were both wrong. You got good people on this side, good people on that side. We got bad people on this side, bad. And grow some balls, man. You spoke with balls about everything else. You said Mexicans are bad people and they rape and they kill. They come and steal our economy. No, they come to America to work. They come to America to work. They have different sets of values than we have. They live together as a family. I'm talking about grandma, mama, daddy, sister, brother, well up until they're financially stable. So if I look at things, immigrants are they aren't adding to our debt. Regular old American people like yourself and I are adding to our debt because we have this individualistic opinion of American culture. You gotta get it for yourself in America. You gotta pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And I'm sorry if I'm coming off condescending, but if it's any help, I'm a Texan. So we just do things right. But I really just wanted to share that piece on that, and it just was frustrating that people would try to equate someone basically saying, somebody should die to somebody stating the obvious, stating the person that we have in the White House. I'm not a fan or against. I figured that Donald Trump was going to be the president, right? And in my personal views, it's not going to change anything for me. Just like Obama being in office really didn't change anything for me. And I know that a lot of people of color might take offense to that, but I'm just speaking truthfully. That's not going to be the level of change. I appreciate the example, but it's not a representation of what's going to truly change your life. All right, but that was that. All right, and then bringing up some other old news, right? Because I don't watch TV, y'all, so y'all gotta forgive me. When I'm coming to y'all about current events, it probably happened about 3-4 months ago. There's this comedian, this budding comedian, internet sensation, Jess the Mess, or the comedian Jess, and there was uh, another comedian who's more established, but he's from the older ilk of comedians, Corey Holcomb. And there was a big whoop-de-doo about what Corey Holcomb had to say about Jessica the Mess taking pictures with her son. And they were, I think he had a diaper on, but she was naked. And there was a big hoopla about that. The women of America took offense to that. First of all, this is not to attack women. This is just to say how I feel about it, right? I feel like Corey Hogan, he had some points. What he said was abrasive, yes, but the fact that, that this doing away with men in general, it's what's gonna hurt us in the long run, right? Because we wired differently and we need something different from the partner. That's why there's Adam and Eve, right? And I'm not getting into my thoughts on. I don't care what you do in your house, right? I don't care who you love. I love who I love, and her and I, we just welcome this beautiful baby girl in the world. That's just what I choose. That's how I choose to get down. So it's not about that. It's just about the facts of the matter, right? You tend to see that little boys that grow up around women, predominantly, they usually have a little bit more feminine tinge because you guys react differently to stuff than men do, right? We stand up to pee. You know, you all sit down to pee. There's reasons why we're built different because we built to do different things. So I thought that what he said was just like stating the obvious, your son should not be your king. And you need to work that out with another man. Your son, he needs male figures in his life. Figures. Daddy, uncle, grandfather. He needs perspectives to give him to. The thing of it is, you raise this man, and then and we got all these other women raising this man, and when you wonder why, there's this disconnect between men and women, and you wondering why, he can't get right in a relationship or she can't get right in a relationship because it takes two. It takes two people to create a child. It takes two people to raise a child. It takes two people to, two different people, right? So that's my thoughts on that. So if I could ask, if women, if you got little men especially, raise them up to be kings of their own queens. They not your king, they your prince. They can be your little prince, they can be your little princess. They can't be your king and your heart. Yeah, they can be your heartbeat, but they can't be your king. They can't be your man. Your head of the, you need to find that head of the household. Let that man grow up and become in a relationship with another female aside from yourself, so things can happen the way that they're supposed to happen according to design. But that's just my thoughts on that. um you agree, you disagree, I'll listen. I'll listen. I can do that very well. But if you could please subscribe below. We're finna turn up, we ramping up. I'm already doing 2 videos in once 11 minutes, so give me feedback on it. Tell me what you think about it.